There we go. I think we started without any audio, but now we are good to go. The audio is plugged in. What's up, everyone? Welcome to today's live stream. We are going to be continuing work on the articulating hand that we were working on last week. Or sorry, that was actually on Monday night. So let's pull that open in Solidworks. And I'll talk about where we ended off and what we need to do today in order to finish this thing. So let's go back to 3-point faded. So this is what we've gotten so far. We have the finger segments. And when we ended off last week, we were just working on this hand section right here. So let's get back to that. Yeah, basically this is being done with surface modeling. So basically we made this sketch down here, the sketch up here. Some guide curves allowed us to get this contour that we're looking for. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to figure out the best way to get these fingers to attach to the hand. That's step one. And then we need to give this thing a thumb as well. And then we're going to connect it to this lever right here. So when you push this lever down, one of the fingers, I'm not going to tell you which one, is going to pop up. And if you already know, because you were here on Monday, oh, you can tell everyone. Doesn't matter. But yeah, so let's get to work on that first. And then we can get everything scaled up and basically ready for print, and we're almost done. So we're going to go back to here. And I'm going to get some music going just to fill some of the silence. And yeah, let's do it. Got the dreamy laid back playlist. Whatever happens, happens. So where I left off on Monday was I just threw this surface in just for the sake of finishing it off. But what we really need to do is basically I need to make like angles for these fingers because fingers aren't on your hand straight. They kind of go on an angle. So I'm going to start with the middle finger and we can work our way down from that. And so we're going to build it on this plane first. 5, let's go up, maybe we'll start at 8. And I think maybe I'm going to make a reference sketch first before we do that. So I'll go on here, and by reference sketch I mean I'm just going to grab this and that should be good. So now we go back to here. We can start making our reference sketch. It's going to be an offset from this sketch right here. So maybe we'll offset it by 5, 4. Yeah, that looks good. Cool. So now that we have that, we can start sketching on here, and we're basically just going to segment that into 4 different parts, and then we're going to figure out how to give those angles after. We're just going to take it one step at a time here. Surface modeling is tricky in SolidWorks, but what I'm going to do is just make some lines here. I'm going to grab this, boom, like that, and that. And so we're going to make it so each one of these finger pads or whatever, we're going to call it finger seat, we'll make it maybe 20. So if I take that, trim it, do the same on this side, and we can give some dimensions to finalize that. So we'll just say that's 3. So now we can make a planar surface there. We're doing surface modeling, boom, planar surface, just like that. And we can make our next plane off of that. So let's hide some of these planes because it's going to get confusing. This is the banger of the song. Okay, so the next one we're going to go off of this. And we're going to use this surface, and this is a reference. We're going to give it an angle of maybe 5 degrees this way. And that's the way that the index finger is going to sit. So let's just try that. And we can always adjust these angles after, which makes it really nice and easy. So what we'll do is on this sketch, on this plane, we're going to make a sketch. We're going to grab this line here and this guy. And yeah, those intersect, beautiful. And then we can just trim along there. And it actually did not intersect. So let's figure out how to get this to intersect. May just need to mess around a little bit. Maybe instead of using this line here, because it's on an angle, it's not perfect, we can make an arc off of this corner that connects to this line. Just like this. I want this to be on the corner, boom. And then we can make sure that that is tangent, and we can make sure that this and this is tangent, and see what we get. Doesn't like that. So let's take away this tangency. We can fix that later. If these two are tangent, that's the problem. Those lines will never connect. So how do we get that to work? What we're gonna do is, we're gonna do it like this. I'm gonna take this line here. Let's pull it out to wherever this goes to. It doesn't need to be tangent, because I'm realizing now too that this is actually not connecting either. So we need to get this right here to connect to this right here. And so I'm just gonna make an arc like that. I'm gonna make an arc like this, like that, boom. I don't know why Solidworks is doing this to me right now, but we're gonna try it one last time, make an arc like that, and let's see what happens if I make this and this tangent. No, it doesn't like that either. So we need two arcs. Arc 1 will be tangent to there, and then arc 2 will be make that tangency work. Now let's see what we get. And honestly, there's a little bit of trial and error for stuff like this, but it's just the way it works. Like, SolidWorks is not meant to do this kind of stuff, really. It does it, but it's not happy doing it necessarily. So I need to make sure that this arc right here is curving this way. We make that and that tangent. Let's see if we can get that to work. Boom, sweet. It's good enough, it doesn't need to be perfect. So I think we're gonna have to do the same thing with this one. We have to make sure it's curving the other way. And then we can make that and that tangent. Although that actually, now that I'm thinking about it, this is gonna be a corner, so that doesn't need to be tangent. So we're actually gonna take that away. Really what's more important is that it's tangent to this line here. So we'll try that again. Arc to that line. We need to be tangent to that line, just like that. And it doesn't like that. I'm not exactly sure why. It should be able to be tangent to that line. But it's not. Let's try it like this. I'm going to do it like this. We're going to redraw some stuff like that. Boom. Let's see what happens. We want this and this to be tangent. There we go. Now we're getting something. Cool. That looks pretty good. So now we can constrain it. Surprisingly that it's not constrained. It's this right here is the problem. So let's just give this a dimension. 7.5. Oh my god. Cool. Now we have our next seat. So we're going to give this a planar surface just like that. And now we can go on to the next one. So this angle might be a little too big, but we'll fix that after. Maybe it'd be better, you know, fuck it, we'll fix it now. We do it like this, boom. Whoa. That's weird. Do not need that. We need this. There we go. Cool. All right, next one. Let's hide this plane. We're gonna make another plane right here. E, that's my command for plane, my keyboard command, and we're gonna put that on maybe a 2-degree angle. Make sure it's going the right way. It's not, we'll flip it, boom. So this one's pretty simple. This one's just gonna be a straight line. And that's gonna be 20 mil away. What's up, Kaylee? How you doing? Boom, just like that, 20 mil. And now looking at this, 20 mil looks a little bit big, so we're gonna make that a little bit smaller. We'll go with 18. And now we really just need a line coming out of here to here. And another one coming out of here to here. And we're gonna make that and that tangent, boom. And we're gonna make that and that tangent, boom. And maybe we'll even make this and this equal curvature. And we'll do the same with this one. Equal curvature, beautiful. And then we can just connect these lines, trim these, boom. And that one's done. Surface, planar surface, check. So we're getting there. So we just need one more for the pinky. Just want to make sure I'm going the right way. I'm actually not, because this is a right hand. So this one that I started with is actually supposed to be here. Classic move. Get all this way and have to go back and redo my work. But all we're gonna do is this. We're gonna just edit the sketch on this guy to be over here instead of over here. So let's do this. Go like that, boom. We take this, not quite. So not a huge problem. Make that 18. We're gonna move this over anyways. And we'll go a little bit more like there. Maybe even more. Like 5. Yeah, that looks good. Cool. So problem solved. Uh-oh. This needs to go up to here. There we go. Okay, so problem solved. Now everything's gonna get angry with me. It's just normal Solidworks, classic Solidworks. You make a change, everything gets mad. But this plane right here, we need to adjust it first. It's gotta be, instead of this edge, it's gotta be this edge. Boom. Now let's see what we get here. Anger, just straight anger. So this is, just checking my work here. This is where the finger goes. The middle finger is gonna go on this plane right here. That's gonna be the pinky. But we need to edit the sketch first. So I'm just gonna do it again. But nice thing about SolidWorks, once you do something once, it's really easy to do it a second time. So we need the index, sorry, this is gonna be the ring finger next. So I just make a straight line, boom. Make sure that it is 18 millimeters from there, maybe even less, like 16. That looks better. Need this edge right here, boom. And then we're gonna make some arcs from here to here, and from here to here. Yeah, second time around, so much easier. So we need to grab that and that. Nope, not that one. That, nope, not that one. That one. Tangent equal curvature. Same thing here. Tangent equal curvature. Beautiful. Beautiful. And there we go. Planar surface, that one's done. Sweet. I'm actually gonna make that even less of an angle, maybe like only 2 degrees. Thanks, Kaylee. I appreciate that. It's just a lot of practice. It's just a lot of years of doing it. But I was actually talking to someone today on my Instagram who was kind of said the same thing, and really, it's like one step at a time. Just do one thing at a time, bit by bit, you'll learn it. I'm learning how to play piano right now, and it's the same kind of thing. There's some days where I'm like, oh, I wish I could be just like so much better at it, so much faster. But yeah, one step at a time. You'll get there. Okay, so we're gonna try this one again now. Let's change the sketch of this guy. So this plane, we're gonna be doing this side here. So I think I'm just gonna go with the same method. Grab that edge, make an arc. Boom, I want it to be tangent. I think I just drew that the wrong way. Arc, we'll exaggerate it. There we go. So tangent equal curve to that, and then we'll do another one. Arc. Tangent equal curve. Not happy with that. What's your problem? What is your problem? Did I grab the wrong thing? It's possible that I did. Weird. For some reason, we're getting some weird behavior here. Let's see if I can constrain it to that edge. A corner, I mean. And we bring that out. So strange, I don't know. Honestly, like, it's literally every single day that Solidworks, like, gives me something that I just have no idea. I just don't understand. So we're gonna try it one more time. Try to make an arc that is tangent to that. Yeah, now it's working, and equal curvature, perfect. So don't ask me why it wasn't working before. I have no idea. But now the last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make an arc that's tangent to both of these. And that should constrain everything. Beautiful. And we need to give that a radius of some sort. We'll give it a 9. Nope, that's too much. We're gonna give it a radius of 8, actually. Beautiful. Maybe even less, more than that, like 8.5. Let's see what happens. That's too much. It's crazy how much that small change makes. But there we go. That's good. So, okay, so now we have our next piece right here. And like these angles are looking, they might be too small. Now that I think about it. So let's just adjust it and see what it looks like. So that's 2 degrees. Let's go with, I don't know, 4. There we go. So that's index finger. What is this one? 2, maybe we'll make that one 3. That's the ring finger, that's the middle finger. So let's do the last one here. And so we need a plane from this edge and this face. Beautiful. Give it an angle. Make sure the angle is going the right way. And now we can make a sketch. And we're gonna draw a line first. And we can do our arcs, and we're gonna do the same thing as the other side. So we'll make the arc, make another one. Now, I'm not getting the option for equal radius this time, which is strange. Honestly, again, I have no idea what Solidworks is doing to me here. So, tangent. So weird. I don't know why it is what it is. We'll figure it out after. Tangent. And then let's try to get this all in the right position. Maybe we'll just give this a radius of 55. We'll give this one a radius of 8. Nope. 7. Nope. 7¼ works for me. And we'll give this one a radius of 125. Yeah. And then there we go. Surfaces, planar surface. So now we have a load of seats, some seats for our hands. Let's hide our planes. Okay, cool. So now what I'm wondering is how we're gonna get this to loft to that. So what I'm thinking is we're gonna do it like this. Let's get rid of this. We're gonna get rid of this. So now I think if I knit these surfaces together, make them all one surface body, and then I can give these fillets, so there's a little bit of curvature between them. I'll give them big fillets. Yeah. That might be too big, but let's see what happens now. NTV, honestly, man, at this point in the day, I feel like I could use a hand with this. Awesome. Yeah, well, welcome. So just so everyone knows, I think there's going to be a little bit of anger from Solidworks here, but this is what we're working on for all you new viewers today. So I'm just trying to get these hands seated, and you can see I'm working on this curvature where the fingers go in, and then we can work on like adjusting everything after that. So the last thing I need to do here is just try to get a way, try to connect these two things. So I'm going to try to use a lofted surface, and I want to grab Selection Manager this edge right here. That's one. Selection Manager, grab this edge here, and that's a hard no from SolidWorks. Self-intersection geometry. This might be a tough one to fix, but let's see. If we start tangent to face and end tangent to face, still a hard no from SolidWorks. Okay. I was kind of worried about this happening, but let's see what happens if we just do a straight, if we take this fillet away. Let's see if that fixes it. I accidentally hid this body, there we go. So if we try that again, lofted surface, and Selection Manager, let's grab this outside edge. Okay, everyone cross your fingers. This edge here. And again, hard no. So what I think the problem is here is SolidWorks looks at this and it's only seeing one, like this is one continuous line right here, and this is a second continuous line here, and I'm trying to get it to loft into like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 continuous lines, and yeah, there's really no good way to like go about doing this. Maybe I can do this. I have another plan. So if I go like this, if I, let's see if I can rule this surface here, just like that, kind of extend it up. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. And now I want all of these edges. So there's really no one way to do any of this stuff. But this is the way I'm going to try this time around. So now I can basically, I'm going to knit. I can do a trim first. Let's do a trim first. I'm going to trim ruled surface 1, Mutual. We need that one and this one. And then we're gonna remove this tab and this tab. And now we have this, which is actually way better than what I was expecting to get. Okay, so now we can take all these surfaces and knit them together. And then let's see what happens when we try to do a fillet on this edge. Oh God. Okay, we're gonna backtrack now. We're gonna add this fillet back in here. And then we're gonna try that again. Ruled surface 1, ruled surface 2. Okay. This is like so classic when you're doing surface modeling. Like I get so excited, I'm like, yes, finally got it. And then it's like, okay, can we fillet it? Can we fillet it? Yes, we can. That is huge. Okay, so that's actually a bigger fillet than we need. Let's try this. So now we have our curve, and that looks pretty good actually. So now if we go back here and we grab these guys, I want to basically align this face to this face. It's not happy with that. Let's do parallel. Yeah, there we go. Add this and break other mates. Perfect. And what is the mate that we just broke? Oh my God. So much red. So this is honestly like a huge, this is a very challenging design for me. So which one is causing problems? It is something with this mate. Maybe this is, I don't know which one it is. Maybe it's this one, or this one, this guy. One of these mates is mated to something that's causing an issue. So the best thing I can do is this, and just try to go from here. Nope, that's not the problem. That one's not the problem. That one's the problem. There we go. Cool. So that's gonna go something like that. Let's keep going. So obviously these fingers are like a little too thick for this hand. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. But that's not that big of a deal. Okay, next up. Before we made that face, let's just see what we're gonna break here. Should be fine. Okay, let's try it. We're gonna grab this and this face, and we want them to be parallel. And something's gonna get angry, add this mate and break other mates to satisfy. Perfect. You can delete that. That's the one. Beautiful. NTV, what is your idea? Or is it one of those can't tell you or I'll have to kill you kind of things? Okay. Oh no. This guy is missing its center mate. Alright, that's fine. We'll do this one first. For this guy, where are you? Who are you? You. Let's delete that first. So those are the ones causing the problems. We're going to hit that right there. And then we're going to grab this. And we're gonna grab this. Where are you? Make that. Good. So you can see with the angles, that actually makes a huge difference, which is good because I was starting to feel a little disappointed in the sculpture. Oh, that is supposed to be not coincident, but parallel. Now we can move it this way. Cool. Yeah, so just adding those slight angles in makes a huge difference. It really makes these fingers look a lot better. Let's do this last one. And then we can try to get the fingers into a better size, just a little bit more of a, I just want everything to be more in the right scale. Yeah, that's actually looking way better already. So the next thing I'm trying to figure out is how to like make knuckles. Even if it's even necessary. It might not even be necessary to make knuckles because it doesn't look that bad like this. The other thing is how to make a thumb. So the idea for this sculpture is really there's only one hand gesture that's coming out of this sculpture. This sculpture is called, it's SFTH, which stands for something for the haters. So there really only needs to be one thing that this sculpture can do. All of these extra fingers are really just for, like, it's just for show. But I'm actually like really happy with the way this hand is looking. Okay, so I think next thing I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna make the fingers a little bit more narrow, but I'm gonna start by making this a little bit more narrow. Maybe we'll make that 6 millimeters across. And then we can make this 1 less millimeter across as well. And maybe we'll go with 15.5. And this can be 6.5, I believe. And just want to make sure that that adjusted everything. Looks like it did not. You need to adjust these tabs. So if we're going, how did we do this? I can't even remember how I did this. Offset, oh yeah, okay. So it's 6.5 is 3.25. There we go. That adjusts that. Now we can adjust this. So we want this to be, what did we just make everything? This needs to be 6 actually. So that needs to be 3. This needs to be 3.25. Beautiful. And then these fingertips look a little beefy. Not really sure why. So there is a change in the X direction. What's that 50? The best way to do it is to roll back and just see what we did. There's the problem there. These are now 15.5. Okay. We need to do the same thing on this one. And then we need to adjust this. Those tabs are 3 mil. This hole right here is 6.5. There we go. Okay, let's see how that looks in the assembly. That's better. A little bit of space. Nice little gap. So the next question is, how am I going to make room for the pins? Because there's going to be pins going through each of these. And then the knuckles. Those are the two big things. And once we figure those two things out, it's basically done. Like, oh yeah, I guess there needs to be a thumb too. But the thumb's going to be easy. Easy. Okay, I think we're going to start with pins. So these holes, what did I make these holes? 7, we're going 7mm pins. Let's just grab a 7mm pin. How should I do these pins? I could inset these holes, push the pin in, and then for the C-clamp, either make a cut in the side for the C-clamp. Yeah, that's probably how I'm going to do it. So we have room to inset the pin, and then we just make a cut for the C-clamp. Okay. Let's do it. So one other thing that I'd like to do, I'm gonna figure out how to do it, is I'd like to give like maybe some roundness to the fingers, but just on the top. If we go back to here, I just want to bring some roundness to the top of them. What's the best way to do that? I could sweep. I'm just trying to think of the best way to bring that roundness in. Problem is, if I do a sweep, like, see how the tops of these are flat? Okay, we're gonna worry about that after. Let's get the thumb into this hand first. So the thumb is gonna come out like this. And we're gonna make it, and then we're just gonna like trim it into place. That's kind of my game plan for that. So, what's the best way to make a thumb? We grab this top plane. We're gonna make a plane off of that, maybe like 15mm in this direction. Maybe that'll give us our base sketch. Does a thumb need to have an angle to it? I guess it does. Like, I don't want the thumb coming straight out sideways. I want it to be angled a little bit like this way. Yeah, I want it to come like this way. So actually the first thing I'm gonna do is make an axis for me to then, so no, we just need one plane here. Just that, offset. So that's gonna be the axis that the thumb rotates off of. Maybe we'll make it 15, I think 18, yeah. So we go like this, we go like this, and we're gonna do a reference axis, perfect. And then now we can grab this plane and this axis, make a plane off of that. And this is really the key to SolidWorks. This is the key to any sort of CAD modeling, is plane usage. You really need to use those planes. It's so important. And 45 actually might be perfect. So we'll go with that. So now we're gonna have to figure out how to make a nice round thumb off of a flat sketch. First we're gonna draw like the outline of the thumb. So it's gonna look like this, sort of. Which way how does the thumb look? Kind of like up, out, and then like up a little bit like this. And then it might flare out a little bit like that. And we're gonna adjust the size after, but for now, let's just get the inside of the thumb. It's gonna come like this maybe, and then have like another arc coming off of that. And that should be inside the hand at that point, which is good. Okay. And also, actually, that looks like a good size for the thumb. The angle of the 45 degrees might be a little much, but for now, let's just go with it. So I'm gonna make a curve like that so we know where the thumb has to end. And then I'm just gonna do a straight line here, and we're gonna worry about dimensions and stuff. I know I always say dimension everything, but there's no point if this isn't even gonna work. So let's just try this for now. We don't need that. Okay, cool. So what I'm thinking is if I start by maybe extruding a surface in both, in both directions, mid-plane. And then I'm gonna try to curve the edges. So let's work on that. Isolate that. And I'm gonna use, I can never remember if it's boundary surface. I think it is. If I grab that and that as the top and bottom surface, and then selection manager, no, not that. Selection manager, just need a single line. We're gonna grab that. Come on, don't do this to me. Error. What's your problem? Let's try this. Let's see what we get. So this isn't working either. I think, what's the best way to make this thumb? So if I look at the thumb, I need it to be round on, like, it's kind of like flat down the middle, you know, like a thumb's like kind of like flat coming through here. And so that's fine here, but I need to figure out how to round edges here. I was thinking if I use boundary surface, but for some reason it doesn't want to let me grab these edges. And I should be able to. Maybe if I try it this way. There, like that. Yeah. Okay. Open group is the key. Selection manager, open group, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, honestly, that's just like any given day doing CAD, I think. Perfect. And then now we can grab this edge and this edge. And let's see what that looks like. So I think what I need actually is if I give this a little bit of a round edge, because like right now it's just a flat face, which we don't want. But if I maybe do a sketch here, give us like a little bit of a round edge like this. This might give us a little bit of curvature here. And this will dimension. Why not? And we'll make that into a planar surface. Perfect. And then now we can adjust this boundary surface. And let's see what happens. It might get angry with us. So there you go, there's a little bit of curvature there. Not tons, but we could make another, let's go with that for now. Because I'm gonna have this curvature and then I'm gonna round these edges here, so I haven't. This is a very one-track minded thumb. It's only mine. I wonder if I can just mirror that. Nope, did not like that. I think my thumbs are like relatively average, so that's fine. And this, sorry, I did not punch a wall. I actually fell off my bike today, so that's what that is. There's no rage going on here. Okay, but actually, I think we're on the right track here, because that looks pretty thummy. So I'm just going to adjust the angle of this first. Maybe to 50. No, that's the wrong way. I want it to go out. 40. Yeah, that looks pretty good. The bike was actually not okay, honestly. Oh no. What's your problem now? I knew I shouldn't have dimensioned anything. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the bike was pretty messed up. Time to definitely 3D print the bike. Or at least the rear mechanism for my bike. I don't know what this guy's problem is. Oh, that's what this guy's problem is. Had this made. Alright. Easy fix. We get rid of this, everything's better. It was wet and raining. I probably shouldn't have been riding my bike. But I'm a fiend. I'm a biking fiend. So yeah, just slipped out. Went straight down onto my hand, onto some tree roots. Got that. Got a nice cut right down my arm. It's never a good time. Okay, so the only other thing I'm going to do here is I'm actually only going to extrude this halfway. Blind. 5 millimeters. Just like that. And then we're going to mirror it. I do not. I live in Canada. Toronto. So now if I grab... They actually are like I like just touched it. My bike was just like, boom, gone. Like nothing. Honestly, there's something about this season. I've like fallen off my bike like 8 times this season. Like I feel like I fall off my bike more times this season than people fall off their bike in their lifetime. Pretty frustrating. Okay, so last thing I need to do to this guy is just mirror it if I can. So we're gonna knit the surface together, that guy and that guy, merge. So now we should have one single thumb, yeah. And then on this plane right here, I'm gonna go for a mirror. And we're gonna do bodies to mirror, and that's what we're gonna mirror, boom. And then we got ourselves a thumb. Before I do that, actually, I might as well do some fillets here. Before I even do that, I might as well fillet these edges first. Canada it's great, except for it's getting real cold right now. And apparently slippery and rainy. I've always wanted to visit North Carolina. Got the ocean. Yikes. And you were just standing there watching people do it? Or were you involved in that? That's brutal. So sad. Just be going about your day. Like, granted today I was like riding in such a way that I was probably asking for an injury, realistically. Oh, what happened here? There we go, yeah. Okay. We actually don't need this surface. I can see if I can delete it. Maybe if I go here. Yeah. It's honestly so sad. And then I can delete this line, yeah. I knew there was gonna be issues with you. Maybe what we can do. Yeah, be careful out there in the winters, eh? Okay, we're gonna get rid of this. Oh no, that's not what we want to do. I want to change this. Can I get rid of this? Yeah. Don't delete these. No. Okay. If I adjust... Show. Oh, there's a problem. Okay, we'll figure that out after. Edit sketch. But yeah, it definitely gets cold here, and it snows a lot. So if you're not into that, I recommend coming in the summer, but it's really nice here in the summer, so. Cool, we can get rid of that now, and then we just need, oh. We just need to get a plane for this guy. But yeah, I've heard North Carolina is really nice. It's by the ocean. You can surf there, which is sweet. I'd love to go and try to surf there. I've actually met someone who teaches surfing. I can't remember where they are in North Carolina, but somewhere up that way. So let's just make a quick plane here, and we can give this sketch a place to live. Boom. And now that's good. That's good. Let's see if everything is internalized here. Yes, it is. Okay, let's give it some dimensions to make it real. And when I do these dimensions, I just try to like find the closest like whole-ish number, like 28.19295. That's no good, but if we just go to 28, that works for me. Same with this guy. We'll go to 21. We'll go to 3. 27. I'm honestly feeling pretty good about this thumb. Feeling really good about this thumb. 18 point, I like 7.5. That's whole enough for me. I love when it's right on like that. Right on it, well, not right on, but close. Like 8, beautiful. No need for funky numbers. We'll do 7 for that. We'll give this a radius of 3.75. We'll give you a radius of 34. And you get a radius of 71. And then we just need a couple more dimensions here to close it off. 19.5. 15.25. There we go. Exactly. Just like nice clean dimensions, but keeps the shape. Thanks, Kayla. I appreciate that. I'm 31. A whole 31 years old. I'm just getting older. Every fall off my bike, just getting older. Okay, so now last thing we need to do on this thumb here is give it some curvature on the outside. Close. I wish I was still at 16. Every time I fall off my bike, I wouldn't take me like 4 months to get better. Come on, give me some curves. What is your problem? I think I might have screwed myself over with these fillets. So I think really what the problem is, let's see. Yeah, I'll get it to go. Cool. Yeah, seriously, the struggle is real. Hi, Sandra. Okay, cool. Now we got ourselves a thumb. Let's see how that looks. It's not amazing, but it's not terrible either. Maybe we'll make this a little bit bigger. It's more round. And yeah, honestly, that's a blessing I've learned. What's up, Jessica? JB coming in from the other room. So maybe the thumb's a little pointy. It's a little thin. You can make it a little thicker. It's not a problem. All we need to do is grab this first extrude and make it like 7. I'm feeling pretty good about that. Fuck yeah. So these are 15.5. Maybe I'll make this thumb a little bit thicker. We'll just go with, a thumb's generally thicker than a finger, but it doesn't have to be perfect. But we'll go with, I don't know, 17 millimeters. There we go. Just want to make sure that it's still fully intersecting here. And it's not right here, but luckily we dimensioned stuff, so we can make some quick adjustments. Yeah, definitely better than being 31 and looking like I'm 50. Which is, it's happening to some people out there. Although I do get a lot of people telling me that I look quite young. I'll take it. That used to bother me when I was younger. Doesn't bother me anymore. So I just need to get this to fit inside the hand fully so I can trim it. So, what is the best way to do that? It may not fit. But if I adjust this sketch, and we want to bring this way, so I'm just going to do this. We'll bring it like that. Let's see if that works. Yeah. A little better, although sticking out on this side. We're gonna just make it a little thinner. That'll solve the problem. Cool. So that looks like it fully intersects there. Amazing. Amazing. All right, let's just re-dimension that bottom piece. Honestly, I was like quite scared of this thumb, and it seems to be working quite well, so that's a huge relief. $34.25, nice. Okay. Cool. So now that we have our thumb, we have our hand, we need to do a little trimming. No, I'm actually just like kind of just going with like this is all happening real time. I've never designed this hand before. So that's why there's a lot of me just twirling it around on the screen, just trying to figure out what I'm doing. But let's use this as a trim tool. We're gonna remove this and this. There we go. Actually, let's do that as a mutual. And let's get rid of this, this, and this. So now that we have that, we can close off the bottom. And then we can just do it like this. And then if we knit the whole thing together, yes! This right here is the money, create a solid. So now this is not a surface body, this is a solid piece, which means I can throw that on the printer and print it. And that is huge. All right. So we have ourselves a solid hand now, designed in Solidworks. Let's just do a couple of things to make it look a little bit nicer now. That is a huge relief. Huge relief, guys. All right, so let's see if we can throw a fillet around this edge here. And we sure can. How big do we want this fillet to be is the question. I've actually never ever done a variable sized fillet before. Let's see if we can do it. Because I want this fillet down here to be big. It's possible. Let me know if you guys are all seeing the audio cracking. I just need to adjust some of these wires here. This might help if I get rid of this. It has happened in the past. Let me know if you guys are still feeling that. I think I've actually literally never done this before. Set all. No. Let's do this. Set all to 4. Okay, I'm gonna try unplugging and plugging back in the microphone, and we'll see if that fixes the problem. Sometimes it does. How's that? Is it working any better now, or are you still getting that crackling? It could also be that my gain's too high, actually. Let me fix that as well. There we go. That might fix the problem. So I'm trying to figure out this, amazing. Trying to figure out this variable radius. I've never done it before. I don't know how to do it. Oh shit, look at who it is. What's up, Mr. Engineer Relics? Alright, we're just gonna go with this for now. Yeah, honestly, I've never used it before. This is the perfect situation for it, but I'll worry about that offline. We can talk about it next time. There we go. A hand modeled in SolidWorks. I'm thrilled with this. Maybe I want to give this a fillet too. Let's see what happens if I hit that. Yeah, sweet. And am I asking too much? Yeah, asking too much. Where are you off to on the school bus? Brian. Nice. So everyone, Brian is an engineer as well, and he's just started his engineering. I don't know what we want to call it. We call it creative engineering. His creative engineering journey, adventure. Maybe it's an adventure. Uh-oh. There we go. Wanted to give that. Okay, cool. But yeah. So everyone say what up to Brian. Everyone go give him a sub on his YouTube channel. An engineer, eh? I like that. I cannot believe I've never heard that before. I feel like I should have heard that already. At least once, but I've never heard it before. Okay, so the only thing I'm looking at this right now is it looks like the fingers are a little bit on the long side. Relative to the hand, which I'm not redesigning the hand. Do not make me redesign the hand. So we're just gonna make the fingers shorter. And we're gonna do that. I think it's all in this, oh no. It's all in this holding sketch here, which holds the key. So I think what I need to do is take this away, give this the dimension instead. 35. We're gonna drop everything by 5 millimeters, 30, and hopefully it doesn't break anything. That's fine at 20 still. Okay, so we're still good. So the next thing we're gonna have to do is probably proportion the fingers, but each finger needs to be a different size. But for now, that's pretty good. Respects ATV, yeah, definitely deserves it. Okay, so now that we have this, what do we do next? Next thing we're gonna do is drop some holes into these fingers. Might as well do that next. So the way that articulating fingers work, and this is gonna be powered with a string coming through it, is basically there needs to be fishing line coming from here across this joint into here, across this joint into here, and then down through the hand. So I'm probably gonna put the holes going through here because there's a little bit of a gap. I just wanna look back at this articulating version of the finger and see what we can get out of it. If we fix this, I forgot that, I thought I actually made adjustments to this to allow, what happened to that? Oh, I didn't. I only did it on those. Okay, we'll figure that out after. Right now, we're just worried about getting the holes. So there's gonna be a hole coming through here. So I think if we go to our straight model, and before we do these deletes, I might be able to literally just cut a hole there straight through. If I draw on this plane, a straight line, I'm actually gonna sweep it because I want on the bottom finger, it's gonna come like this and like this. So the fishing line is going to come through the fingers like this, and then it's going to swoop around to here, and you're going to be able to wedge it into this thing. By the way, Brian, I'm going to a wedding this weekend, and I'm thinking that I need to 3D print a tie for the wedding. And that was inspired by your 3D printed tie. I'm just gonna grab these edges here, intersection curve as a reference. But yeah, also Do you wash your 3D printed? I think I have to try designing my own, but yeah, I'll give it a try and see what happens. I was thinking of doing like a chainmail style one that's so it's like more floppy. Honestly, I might run out of time, so it might not happen, but we will see. Okay, for these holes, all right, let's just try this first because I'm not really sure how these holes are gonna look. This is supposed to be an easy part. I wasn't supposed to use any brain power on this, but. So if we do it like that, yeah. So this was the problem that I was concerned about. So let's do this differently. A bow tie in the shape of an actual bow and arrow. Trying to picture how you would do something like that. Okay, we're gonna grab these edges as well, intersection curve. And we're just going to offset these, maybe like 1.5 this way. Get rid of this. Ryan, by the way, I have not watched any of your videos yet, just because I didn't have any time yet today, but I will. And that's probably the first one I want to watch, is the layered art. Looks like an awesome video. Yeah, let's see if we can connect these lines. Connect these lines. Absolutely. I do not have a laser cutter, but I do want one. I was really looking at the Glowforge. I used it quite a bit in my last job, before I bailed on corporate engineering. Yes, one day I will put the link in the description. Correct. Oh, but I actually found it, so now it's easy for me to add it into the chat. So let's do that real quick. If I go to YouTube's and go to my channel and go to here. Oh, feedback. Okay, here we go. Boom. Discord linked. Yeah, maybe one day I'll do that as well. Hey, you know I'm a noob. You know I'm still learning. Okay, sweet. So now that we have this, Let's just see what happens when we... This is gonna be angry, I knew it. Honestly, guys, I didn't even know what Discord was until like 2 weeks ago. Sometimes I really feel like a baby boomer. Okay, swept boss base. Sweeping you along you. Alright, let's... Where's this problem coming from? The zero thickness geometry is just such classic Solidworks. Oh my god. Oh, I think I know where the problem's coming from. I think we need to adjust these offsets. So what are your guys' thoughts on moving this stream over to Twitch? Oh, come on. Like I don't know if like me doing these live streams is like ruining my chances of anyone seeing my actual like long form YouTube videos. And so that was part of why I was thinking Twitch. Just to try to save like any chance I have at making like YouTube videos. My long form YouTube videos could also just suck. So that's very possible as well. Okay, cool. There we go. Beautiful. So now when we run a string through this, you should be able to just tug on it and it will extend the thing. So the last thing we need to do is run some holes through the hand, but honestly, I think we've come far enough today that I'm just gonna call it a stream at this point because I am exhausted. Did not sleep that well. But before I go, I want to show you something that I've been working on. You guys are gonna get a little sneak peek, all three of you. So let's turn on this guy and turn, yeah, there we go. So this, I'm gonna try to release a video for this tomorrow. You stay here. You turn this way. So this is my little buddy, little robot, and he's controlled with this N64 controller. And, oh, I need to plug in the Arduino. We do unplug this. Okay. So I have them set up so that when I move the joystick, I can adjust the position of the head. I can get him to look one way, look the other way. Like, oh, do some bird watching. Ooh, look at that bird. Can I ask him, like, do you like broccoli? He says no. Do you like pizza? Absolutely. And maybe he sees, like, a little, like, lady robot going by. He just, like, follows her around and, like, ooh, damn. Yeah, sweet. What do you have to ask, Mr. ATV? Yeah, definitely there's a little Wally inspiration. Oh, dude. Dude, I can absolutely make it smash its head. I love that idea. Let's do a test on it right now. What are we gonna smash its head into? Another empty spool. How's that? Got this empty printing spool. That is actually hilarious, dude. Okay. Let's get this camera set up again. The perfect position for Wally head smashing. Wally's powered up and ready to smash his head. Oh, dude, that's so good. Everyone, show. Reference. I'm getting vibes from, what is it, like Thor Ragnarok? There's that one guy who's just constantly smashing. That's so funny, man. I love that. It's funny how like just giving a robot like some eyes like this. Hi. Just gives it so much personality. But yeah. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for chilling. We're gonna call the stream here today, and I'm hopefully gonna finish this hand offline, but like I'm at a point where I hate this project. But it's just the way it goes. It's like every project I start, like that robot clock, we gotta come back to that. It's not going anywhere, but I go through this like point in every project where I'm like, oh, I hate this. And so that's kind of where I'm at with this hand right now. But yeah, have a great day, guys, or ATV, great night, or I guess most people's nighttime now. And hopefully I'll see you guys in the next stream. Much love.